Scott Bywater here, and I got a question come through the other day from Santo, and it was all about how do we illustrate conviction and passion in our videos. And I'll take you through a bit of my journey, because the way I used to do it is I used to talk like this, and and you don't need to do that. So, and if you look at some of my previous videos where I would be really like super loud. And yeah, you don't need to do that. So maybe I should say that one more time. You don't need to do that. So anyway, so how do you do that? How do you illustrate that conviction and your passion? I think it's being very clear on what your why is, and to communicate as if you're talking to one person, and really being willing to be vulnerable. And that's really the what I found is some of the best posts I've done, and the ones that gathered the most engagement, the most connection, is where I shared stuff like the fact that I'd been bullied, or the fact that I've dealt with haters and how that stopped me posting on social media and that sort of thing. So when you can share that sort of story and you can get involved in your purpose and your passion, and really I mean bottom line, if we think about it, it's about giving. So if your child or someone you really loved asked you a question, you would just give freely to them. You would share with them. You want to help them. And I think if we can look at that, when we're staring into the camera, like right now I'm staring into the camera, and if I can see behind that camera someone who really has asked me that question and wants me to really explain that in as much detail as possible, and then just doing it sincerely, doing it from the heart and sharing authentically. So letting the barriers down and just saying, hey, this is what I do. Think of the question and then just share it. Share your answers from your experience and your story. And if you do that, it's going to connect, because sharing with the camera is no different than sharing one-on-one. If you share from the heart, it's going to connect with your audience. And if you think about the person that you want the message to get across to, it's going to connect at a much deeper level. So take yourself out of the equation. Don't think of yourself and you're nervous and you're anxious and all of these people are going to see this and they're going to laugh at you and they're going to think you're an idiot, and all these things that are internal dialogue, all these tricks that are internal dialogue, which is constantly hammering our mind with. Take that away and just think about how can I give? How can I make a difference to this person's life? And I think then it's going to come across far more authentically and genuinely. Thanks for tuning in today. If you've got any questions about what I've shared, please leave it below. And if you'd like me to share anything else, please let me know in the comments box below.